Hi guys. So it has been a couple of days since I've made a video. I'm so sorry. I know I said I was going to make a video every day. I actually left Thursday to go on a mission trip, Thursday to Sunday. We went and blitzed a campus, Indiana University. The church I go to is H2O Church, and our church is like the Mama Bear Church, and we go and we plant churches, and Indiana University was planting a church, and we went and just got to spread the gospel to people, and then just help them plant their church and have their first kickoff service. So that was so awesome to do. I was very nervous going in. I've never really done anything like evangelism before, and I found out that I absolutely love it. It filled me up, so that was really cool. I really loved sharing the gospel. I loved sharing who Jesus was with people. Definitely nerve-wracking at first, and then like the first person I talked to was actually Hindu, but it was just still really cool to like learn about her beliefs and just like respecting that and planting a seed in her life and letting the Holy Spirit work that out for her. I even got to experience someone accepting Jesus into her life. I got to pray that over her, and pray for her, and even, have that friendship and relationship with her, even distant. That was like so amazing and powerful for me to experience. And I have even felt a calling to go into ministry over the past couple weeks, and I wasn't going to say anything, but it just has been definitely reaffirmed to me through people from God that it's definitely something I'm going to be doing. I just am going to figure out the next steps. I think I'm eventually going to be joining staff at H2O, which is super exciting for me because, going on this trip has made me realize, like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. It fills me up. It makes me happy. Why wouldn't I want to do that the rest of my life? Business has never really done that for me. So, I'm super excited. I think right now where I'm at, though, accepting this internship and being placed in Betco is God's plan for me. So I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to be positive and hopefully love it. But I don't think it's permanent by any means. I'm going to finish and obviously get my business degree. I have 1 semester left, so it would be crazy not to. And I think that having that business knowledge is going to work itself out somewhere else later in my life. And yeah, I'm super excited for everything that God is doing in my life. Being disciplined to Him and obeying what He has in store for you can lead to so many things. And I'm like slowly seeing that. So that's like really awesome. And then hearing Michael Todd's message on releasing things to God and just like truly letting Him have control of your life. I'm realizing like I need to release worry and fear and pain to God, and then allow Him to change the perspective of all these things that I have worry over and have fear of and have I hold on to, like for example, boys. I've had such bad relationships with boys in the past, and I've moved on from that, but I still have in my head, I still think of them a certain way. So now I'm scared to trust that a good guy will, like a guy will treat me right. And so now just like giving that to God, that I can trust people and they will treat me right. I don't have to fear that. If I go into a relationship knowing that they love God, that they're not going to hurt me. So that's like really cool. And I just went and like changed my whole schedule like today, and I didn't really stop and pray about it until after I did it. So it's just like right now I'm going back and forth of, was this the right decision? So, and one of the classes is waitlisted, So I'm just like, God, like, if this is the right decision, I know you're going to allow me to get into the class and make the returning of books easy for me, hopefully. Because we have to be released. The release of God too is like not making plans for ourselves, but letting God releasing the plans for us. So just really listening to him for what he has in store for us. So that's just like really crazy. I'm just so excited. Another thing too for me is that I really feel like in my life it's so easy for me to talk about God and Jesus and share the gospel and everything that God's grace has done for me, because I've been so low and now I'm just doing so well that it's easy. It's easy for me to share it because I'm on this like spiritual high. But I also know that they don't last forever. You know, I'm going to be here, but I'm gonna come back down off the hill, and I'm really nervous for that because I know that I'm going to stay faithful to God. I know that, and I'm going to rely on him. But I'm nervous for myself. How disciplined am I going to be to God? And I don't want to have doubt because I know that's the enemy like getting in my head, and I don't want him to get in my head. I don't want any negative thoughts. I always want to trust God and trust everything he has in store for me. So it's just one of those things where once I get off this spiritual high, I just want to make sure that I'm disciplined in reading my Bible and worshiping God and praying and living out, really truly living out the gospel, not just saying. Everybody knows the facts and everybody can recite the facts, but can I live them out? And that's the thing. I'm going to lose friends, I'm going to lose relationships, and I'm going to have to change certain things in my life, but it's going to be so worth it, and that's what I'm excited for. And one thing I was challenged with over this mission trip was someone asked me, like, there's this guy that I really, really like, and I pray for him all the time because I really think that he could be someone for me and my future husband. And someone said, what's keeping you from letting go? And I really don't have an answer. I don't. But then I'm just like sitting here thinking, like, would he push me closer to God? And my answer is I don't know. Like, I wish I could just sit down and have a conversation with him and see like where he's at spiritually, because I know he believes in God and I know he goes to church, but like how serious is his relationship with God, and is he living out the gospel? Because like I want someone who's going to push me closer to God. Which is kind of selfish, but not really. I don't really think it is. But I also can push them closer to God if they're pushing me closer to God, you know? So that's like really cool to think about too. And at the same time I'm talking about him, he also has a girlfriend. So that puts me in a position of why am I even trying to pursue him? So yeah, I just keep praying about him, and I trust God. I'm so content in my singleness right now too. Obviously not everybody, but I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I'm ready to get married, but maybe God's not ready for me to get married. Maybe he still wants me to learn some things about myself, but I'm super content where he has me, and I'm willing to grow, willing to learn things. So take me where you want me. Yeah. So I'll follow is what I'm trying to tell him. I don't want to hold back. I want to dive headfirst into wherever he wants me to go. Yeah, it's been really cool. It's been so amazing. I got to meet so many new people in the church, and that was one of my biggest prayers going into this mission trip. It was kind of a selfish prayer, but I thought like meeting new people could just like really help me. And I did. I met so many people, and I just had such great conversation, which was like so cool for me. And it just made me like love God so much more, and like to have such great community that I know that will always be there. Such intentional, loving people. It's just so cool. And you know they're steering you towards God, not away from him. That was like really cool. So yeah, I'm just like so excited. I'm so excited for all of your futures. I hope that even if it's just reading a verse a day or saying one little prayer for what you're thankful for or what you want, that you're growing your relationship with God in every little baby step. All we have to do is try. We don't have to be perfect. Everybody falls short of God's glory. That's why he sent Jesus for us. So that's really cool. And that's like super humbling too, because sometimes I try to think like, oh, I'm better than her, or oh, I'm better than him. But no, we are all sinners and we all fall short of God's glory. And that's why we have salvation. And that's why he sends us this gift of grace for us, because we all have to repent because we all sin. And that's what makes it easy for us to know that we can be forgiven. Because we all think we have to look up to these like authoritative people in our lives, in which they can be, but to know that they're not perfect either is kind of cool too. Makes them relatable, makes it easier to feel welcome and fit in, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. And you're never too far away from God to come back to him. He's always right there. He just wants you to say, God, I want you in my life. So that's really cool too. He never goes anywhere. You go somewhere, you know? So that's really cool. Yeah, so I'm still working out. I had to take a break for the mission trip, but I hit the gym today with April, even though I didn't want to. I just did it anyways, and I'm feeling good. It's awesome. I'm ready for my transformation of strength in my body, eating healthy and loving myself through the good and the bad days of struggling with self-image. So yeah, I'm so thankful for our great God. I'm so thankful that he loves me so much and I love him so much, and it's so cool. Yeah, so I hope you guys are your actions aren't determined by how you feel, but you're just doing stuff anyways, regardless of the tiredness, the sadness, the negative thoughts. I hope you know that you have you're surrounded by people that love you, and even if you don't feel like that, you always have a God who loves you, which is super cool. So yeah, take that and enjoy your evening, enjoy your week, and conquer any struggle that's in front of you. Have a great one, guys.